the auto sector too, because the automakers have been going through a rough patch over the past few months, and the same could not be said about the tractor makers till last month. The latest numbers show that Escorts has also seen a sharp drop in sales last month. So what's caused the last frontier to lose its grip? Let's ask Bharat Madan, as Escorts Group Financial Controller. Mr. Madan, thanks for joining us and taking the time out. If you could tell us about what trends you are witnessing in the tractor segment now, and have things changed drastically, or is the month gone by just a one-off?
No, I don't think there's any significant change in the rural demand per se. I think this was very much on the expected line in March, but this time we all knew the festive season had shifted to month of April instead of March. So in spite of that, the kind of number which we had done, I think it's pretty decent number. All the quarter has actually grown by about 5%. And our guidance for the industry was for somewhere in between -5 to +5%. So I think overall we see good traction there, and we think the momentum will continue. So we don't really see it's really coming as for a surprise. It was very much on the expected line. So overall demand continues to be robust for us.
What about inventory levels, Mr. Madan, at your dealership? What kind of levels are we talking about right now?
Well, we are at less than 4 weeks of inventory with the dealerships, so which is not really high compared to the normal level of 4 to 6 weeks. We are probably at one of the lowest level inventory with the dealerships.
What about price hike? Have you taken any kind of price hikes? Is there any plan to take any kind of further price hike going ahead?
Well, last hike we had taken was in third quarter, which was I think somewhere in November, end of November after the festive season was over. So after that, we not seen much of the inflation pressure so far from the commodity side. So whatever was there, I think it got passed on. But yes, there's some inflation which has actually come in the last 3-4 months, but it's not really very significant. So okay, we'll take a call based on how the industry reacts and take a call on the pricing accordingly.
What are the states in which there is considerable demand traction which still remains in comparison? Are there any states which currently lag?
Yeah, so if you look at especially the northern market, and obviously those markets have done well. So all the entire rural belt of the UP, MP, Rajasthan, Bihar, Chattisgarh. So these states are doing extremely well. I think in the growth, which is what is visible in the overall growth trend also. So compared to that, you look at the market in the south and western areas, they are actually declining. So which is what I think the overall industry trend looks like. So March we've seen industry going down by about 17%, and most of it actually came from the southern and western markets. But the northern market decline was low at about 10%. So we think the similar trend in the last 3-4 months, so which I think will continue at least for another quarter. So we expect this quarter again Q1 will be very strong for these northern markets.
FY20, what kind of outlook can you share with us?
So FY20, I think it all depends on how the monsoon pans out, and the initial indication what you're getting is it will be slightly delayed with some El Nino intake. But I think if monsoon is even this slightly deficient, it's not normal, but if it's well distributed, we can still see good single-digit growth happening in the industry. So that way it looks positive. But yes, if the monsoon is patchy and it's really deficient, it's in deficit, then it can be a concern for H2 especially.
Okay, and Mr. Madan, a final question. Some of your peers have seen a much larger decline in comparison to Escorts. Would it be safe to assume that Escorts has continued to gain market share?
Yeah, we have. So I think if you look at the Q4 numbers, we have now reached a market share of 15% in tractor industry against 13% last year, the same quarter. So 2% gain in Q4 has happened. Overall, if you look at the full year, FY19, we gained market share by almost 110 basis points. So against last year, we are almost touching now 11.8, 11.9% sort of market share. So yes, I think we've done better than industry. We've grown almost 20% this year compared to industry growth of only about 8%.